Okay, a question here on separating mixtures. Substances are separated from a mixture using different methods. We've got two different methods here. We've got chromatography and crystallization, and they've given us 4 examples of substances and mixtures, and we basically need to match which one goes with which separation technique. So chromatography, what is that usually used for? That's usually used for separating dyes in an ink. Anything to do with dyes or coloring is usually chromatography. So that would be the first option here. Chromatography is used to separate blue food coloring from a mixture of food colors. Next up, we've got crystallization. Copper from an alloy of copper and zinc. It's actually very hard to separate a metal from an alloy. An alloy is loads of metals mixed together. It's very hard to separate those. You definitely can't use crystallization for that. Crystallization, remember, that's when you heat up the substance and then you let it cool down to form crystals. You can't do that with a metal. This is an alloy with loads of metals within it. At the bottom one here, we've got ethanol from a mixture of ethanol and water. Again, you can't do crystallization here because it's not a salt. Ethanol and water both have different boiling points. So what you would actually use here for the bottom example is simple distillation. Crystallization is used usually with solutions when you have something dissolved in a solution, usually a salt, like copper sulfate, for example, is a salt, and you can make copper sulfate crystals from that. So you'd use crystallization to separate copper sulfate from copper sulfate solution.